Hello, hi everyone, and welcome to day 2 of this literally pop-up masterclass. And if you are an aspiring coach, healer, or you have an online service, this is going to be a fabulous time to be watching today because this was not planned this time last week. So if I can do it, you can do it as well. So I'm going to tell you about a glitch that we had, and I'm going to tell you how we took that glitch and we turned it into this masterclass. So we did the Radiant Woman and everybody was wanting to come and see it, but we had technology issues. We couldn't showcase it. And as a result, lots of people missed out, right? Now, these things happen. But me going into Terry mode said, what can we do to rectify this? And that's when I decided we would do a 3-day pop-up masterclass where the men can join and learn as the women can also join. And what that means for us is you get extra powerful work. So today we're going to be talking on releasing your magnetic magic. So I can't wait for this. How to stand out in the, online noise, how to be royalty. So firstly, here's a question for you. And the question is, what will it take for you to stand out like royalty in your field and release your magnetic magic? Now, just think about that question before we move on. I want you to think about that question in terms of really what you have got that nobody else has. Because if you're just going from program to program, or you are trying to be the best you possibly can be, but you're just looking at templates, you're watching all the things that people are putting on, which is very good, very powerful, and I have the utmost respect for it. But in this day and age where there is so much racket, there are so many people, what are you going to do to stand out? So that's my question. So now what I'm going to do is talk to you about, some of the 3 most important elements of you being absolutely exquisite, of you having a business that is going to be simple, that is going to be amazing, and that is going to be fun and, allow you to really enjoy it like it's a business lifestyle. So I'm going to approach you with 3 main elements that I know if we cut through the red tape, if you're a person like me and you don't like too much information, you're not into all the overwhelm and the flooding of, do this, do this, do this, just to find that you're drowning, then I'm going to tell you the 3 things that are going to give you that magnetic attraction, that are going to give you the ability to really have a ship that is floating and moving in the direction that you want to go, how to be the captain of your own ship, and how to really master being the greatest, most magical person. So number 1 is the mindset miracle to manifest your money and your magnificence through your magic. So if you don't have this, if you go out and you just learn strategies of how to actually set up your system and you don't have this component, you're going to have holes in your boat. Number two is creating your signature service program. Now listen really carefully. So by creating your signature service program, that is that you have something really, really special. Now, even the behind the scenes lady that is my personal assistant, we have really honed her mastery skills. So as she becomes more and more masterful, and as she finds, and it's not like she was perfect or experienced or anything, and I'm going to give you this as an example because it applies to any field. It's not just for the online coaches, but if you want to stand out by really becoming so acutely aware of your magic. And even if it means that you're good at it, you like it, you enjoy it, but maybe you're learning even, or it's something new, but you know that it really interests. It's like it's exciting, and learning and doing it actually feels really, really good, right? That is when you are onto something. That is when you have to say to yourself, and the more you hone in on your magic of your zone of genius, the more you become more potent, powerful, and with that, you'll become extremely lucrative and sought after. So imagine if you were creating a dream client service where you have this bespoke modality that is wrapped around your service. You've got this creation set up for you, and that is really delivering exactly the outcome that your client needs. So whatever it is in your field, whether you're a healer or whether you're a business coach, or whether you are a success activator, or whether you are a person who loves doing one-on-ones and delivering the service, by knowing your unique, powerful signature service, and this is something we help you to become really crystal clear and laser lucid focused on, that is when you will soar. And finally, the last one. So we have three, right? So we've got mindset, which is your ability to manifest your money. You've got your signature service, which is, really creating your beautiful, whether it's product, service, program, whatever it is. And the final one is your sacred aligned system. Now, I'm going to say soul aligned system because we do not create systems where it is, one size fits all. We will take each and every niche field and individual person. We will wrap the most beautiful bespoke modality around what they are doing and what they're delivering. And the system rollout is going to be done in such a way that is going to have their voice articulated. Because if you just go into a program where you're learning generical, conventional, mainstream things, you're just going to be doing what everybody else does. That means you are not standing out. And that's why I call this royalty. Standing out with a system that is aligned and it really feels good. Like, we'll do it for you. We actually do and create and set up the system for you. You'll be treated like a royalty, right? It's like you are put into the Rolls Royce or the Mercedes Benz or the Lamborghini. And then we simply take you to your destination. You get out, you're on the runway, the red carpet, whatever you want to call it, and your magic comes to life. But once that system is set up, you have it for life. So that's all, 3 of those elements. And many people focus on a program that will be, either about the system. So they'll go out and I need to learn about how to set up my system. But while they're doing that, they're losing the focus of what they're actually creating with their magical program, with their mindset, and with all the things. So you need all 3 of them. Now, when you do not have these 3 concepts, and I call them high-level concepts, it will be like having a Rolls Royce without wheels or an engine. This is what I was telling one of my clients, right? And in this case, she is a beautiful coach healer. She has a most amazing, service that she delivers. But like I said to her, unless you know how to function those 3 systems, you may as well have a beautiful body, like a Rolls Royce body, and no wheels and no engine. So that's why all 3 of these elements. And as we go through, we're going to talk about how this is going to become a magnetic force for you guys. So you require the mindset and the marketing strategy, right? So that you can build a world-class system. And may I add to you that when this is done for you and you don't have to be, stuck with all the details and the logistics that are stealing and robbing your magic, when you can just have that done for you, that's when you can show up and blow up and be that magnetic, amazing person that you are. So really my passion is to show you how to have all of these elements and build a royalty lifestyle. Now, why do I say royalty lifestyle? Because, you don't want to be constantly working on your business. You don't want to be constantly stuck in that place where you're posting, messaging, emailing, trying to do all the things, trying to talk to people, doing all those things. By the time it's your turn to actually show up and deliver, where's your energy? Your energy becomes depleted. So what we do is we've created this beautiful red carpet, wonderful program so that people can come in. And the beauty of it is that you can come in and I have all different elements. So if the focus is that you want transformation, you're going to get the best, the white glove, you're going to have the transformation. So even if you don't happen to have a business at all, that is obviously something for everyone, right? However, it's really important for you people that are online and wanting to really develop something powerful and juicy, where you've got a system so you can work, rest, and play. And I'm going to talk to you about how you actually can be in that zone where you become that magnetic person by enjoying yourself, right? Because enjoying yourself and being energized and doing all the things and then showing up in pockets of the day where you are implementing the system is what I call the business lifestyle. Tomorrow, we are going to host the Radiant Woman. Now, I'm going to say something that's really left field here, and that is that I'm going to invite the men to be watching as well. Now, why am I doing this? The reason I'm inviting men as well, there is a portal for the Radiant Woman. Unfortunately, the portal, so we won't let the men pay for the Radiant Woman when we offer it, but we will let you come on board to experience the strategy of what we are going to be showcasing tomorrow. Because everything that I'm talking about today is going to bring the mindset magic into it. And it's a preparation of women who want to really rise and be a queen. They want to be the royalty. They want to have it all. They want to be able to feel so magnificent. And we have something amazing lined up tomorrow. The reason I'm inviting both men and women to it is it's also a strategy system that I'm showcasing. So not only are you going to benefit from harnessing your power tomorrow, yes, but you're also going to benefit from going, wow, I like what she's doing. I think that's rather cool. You might look at it and go, oh no, I don't like the way she's showcasing that. That's great. I love immersing into it and I'm enjoying the experience, but no, I wouldn't want to do that. But I'm going to showcase you this system so you've got the best of all worlds. So tomorrow is a big day. So that we will be hosting it in itself as a magnificent strategy. So watch the strategy of how we present it. Now, remember, we had problems. We had technical issues. It didn't go to plan. So we're showing you how to go from something that crashes to something that flies and actually becomes a gold nugget. So be watching for that. So number one, if you have an online business that you want to stand out in, you will require a powerful, potent program or service to offer. Now, many of you already have one, right? And we'll just get you to hold right there for a moment as we just talk about this, because the service and the business that you are delivering requires to have something that you are going to sustain and feel so lit up and so embraced in the magic of what you're doing. So many people are doing stuff and too much stuff, giving, making life hard for themselves. This is about ease, flow, and grace. Put down in the comments, do you want ease, flow, and grace in your business? And you probably already have a very powerful program, but what I'd like to do is help you really harness the energy of that program, tie a bow around it, and be able to speak about it with crystal clear clarity. Number 2, you will need the psychology of the system. Now, this is the part where copycats, it's not applicable. You cannot come in to anybody's masterclass or challenge or whatever they're doing and go, oh, I'm going to do what he does, or I'm going to do what she does, because you're going to do it with holes in the boat. Unless you know the system, the psychological system that I'm training. And what we do is we map that out for you. What we do is we create. There is so much behind the scenes work that goes into the prestige of launching your magic, but you don't have to do any of that. The beauty of it is that in the system we've got, you can elect, Terry, I want to learn how to attract more clients. Boom. Terry, I want to learn some modalities that's going to create me to being a world-class coach, healer, or service. Boom. Terry, I just need a system. I need someone who's going to really be able to do all the marketing. Now, even when it comes to hiring, you can hire. I know all about people that go out and hire just to find that it is more hard work, because all of a sudden now you have people you need to look after. You need to pay them. You need to train them. You need to be there for them. And let me tell you, there is a lot of work that goes into the mastermind team. So this is done for you. Now, while we do all of that and we actually create your message and we extract your messaging, we help you to become so crystal clear, right? This is the art of how we polish it, how we market it, and even with all of the elements that go with it, you cannot copy this, because as I say, you might be able to show up and do your best, and unless you copy word for word, and I'm sure you're not going to want to do that because you're going to get found out, right? And it's plagiarism. So you don't want to do that. And if you watch the strategy and brought your own self into it, there would be lots of holes in the boat. So I am about to talk to you about what you can do to make your magic real. So you will require to have multi-million-dollar energy. Do you agree with that? Like if I turned up and I went, hi, I've got this program, I guess I'd like to share it with you. I mean, chances are you might be just watching just for the, the sake of a bit of entertainment on what a loser suddenly I've become. But the fact is that you are buying energy. You need to have your multi-million-dollar energy. Now, check this, listen carefully. One of the biggest secrets I have discovered about all the coaches I put on the runway, on the red carpet, and somebody said to me yesterday, oh, I'm not interested in a red carpet, Terry. I don't need all of the fluff and, all of that royalty treatment. And I'm like, it's not about the fluff and the royalty treatment. What it's about is it's about all the stuff that has gone on behind the scenes. So all the chaos and all the stuff that you would usually have to manage on your own and figure out on your own is done for you. It's like going into a restaurant or watching Jamie's Kitchen, and all the patrons are sitting at their restaurant tables with the white tablecloths, wining and dining and ready to eat this delicious meal that comes out. But behind the scenes in the kitchen, you can hear all the pots and the plates, and people are dropping things and people are yelling at each other. And that's the chaos and part of the magic that we bring to the table, so that you can have, because quote, when you can walk down that red carpet, or if you can fly off the runway with all of that done for you behind the scenes, all you need to do is be the captain and know where you're going. And that gives you the element of being very present, very magical, and very powerful. So you will require to know your secret sauce. Now, this is the part I love, the secret sauce, because I'm even watching my team, and I love watching them and seeing them, especially if they're close to me, because I can really see where their strengths are. And sometimes I've had experiences where, because I see a strength and I shift people around, they get upset, but little do they realize that, hey, hang on a minute, but your zone of genius is over here and you're going to fly in that direction. So, it's really important to know what your secret sauce is, because that's going to give you one-upmanship, right? That's going to put you into a position of power. Also, just going back onto that, it also allows you to have that unique, individualized element that you've got that stands out. So the next part is having faith. Now, this is a really interesting concept, and I want you to pay attention as you listen to what this magic is about. Now, this is like so easy, 101, and yet fast, rapid teaching I'm going to do on the law of manifestation. And let me tell you, I'm going to share a short story with you while we hold on this topic for a moment. So I've been talking, and I guess you guys will know firsthand if you're listening to me now, about red carpets, queens, kings, royalty, majestic, standing out, all of the things. I've been talking about this now for quite a while. Well, we are about to shift house, right? So my husband and I, we don't have lots. We have a couple of rental properties and we have tenants in there, but I'm a bit like a gypsy. So I like to move around. I like freedom and liberation, and we don't have kids at home anymore. So, if I want to be on a balcony overlooking the ocean and sipping champagne, watching the sun go down, I can do that, right? And that's what I like. But going back to my manifestation of talking about kings, queens, majestic lifestyle, royalty, I have manifested a home in a market where it's crazy. By the way, my background I have a real estate background for over 15 years. So I have a lot of experience in family business, running a real estate agency. And let me tell you, the market goes up and it goes down. And, we want to educate people to, allow their money to be working for them. But, as we found that disastrously, we had to shift suddenly from this house, and everybody said, you're never going to find anything. There's a big fight in Perth at the moment. And because we live in a city where there's almost zero COVID, every man and his dog wants to get in here, right? Or they want to buy property over here. So the rental market and even the sellers market is absolutely crazy. And I walked into this home, and this is coming back to your faith, right? And I'm telling you a story and illustrating it to give you the lesson of what and how this looks and what this is really going to help you manifest. What actually happened was that I wanted this deep down inside. I knew I really wanted this. I really, really wanted this. And I want you to think about something you really, really want, right? While we're doing this, think about something I really, really want. You might really, really want success, or you might really, really want money, or you might really, really want to have the love of your life. I want you to think about that right now. Well, that want is a yearning, and that yearning is a void. And that void is a sign of lack of faith. And that lack of faith is the gap that may cause you not to have what you really, really want. Now, check this, you guys. I've been talking about what I've been talking about, and then when I walked into this home, it was everything I imagined in the eye of my mind. In fact, I said, everyone's going to laugh at me when they see me in this house, because it's crazy that I would be in this home, just my husband and I. It's like this, it looks like a majestic mansion. It even has a Gone with the Wind staircase, which I'm going to have a red carpet. I mean, it's got this beautiful lush greenery, and I'm going to sit in my office overlooking this lush greenery, and it's even got water. So guys, I literally manifested it. But the secret to my manifestation was I didn't want it. It was there in the eye of my mind. Get this. And deep, deep down inside, I told myself at a subconscious level, if this is mine, it will be. And it was so strong. I can't even begin to tell you. It was so, so strong that I had faith that if it was meant to be, it would be mine. It just would. There would be no competition. Now, there was 9 applications that went in prior to us even looking at the property. If we had looked at the property like 4 hours later, she would have cancelled us going. There was 9 applications, but before we had called to make the appointment, those 9 applications hadn't come through. So it's like the universe placed us there. Now, it was like the real estate people saw Ian and I, and they just couldn't see anybody else. They literally, it was like everything was cleared for us to have that home. So the magic of this faith is being able to let go and have faith of a mustard seed that if it is meant to be yours, it is, it will. Now, as you connect on every level with your service, let's go back to your offer, your service, your prosperity codes, your energy. You've got to remember that you require to make love to your service. Your sexual energy needs to pour into it and come out so that every single person who is there watching, listening, whether it's on the playback or whether it is live, will feel your absolute authenticity. They'll know you are the best for them. They'll feel it. They'll go, wow. Every fiber of their body will be like, wow. Okay, so that's where the stellar confidence is. So know your dream client so intimately. This is something we go through deeply inside of my program. I get my people to I actually show them, and I give them templates on it so that they've got an example. How to write a letter to your dream client intimately, like you know them on the inside and out. Write a letter to them and even name them, even if you've never met them before, telling them how you understand every element of, what, is not working for them, what they desire, what they're going through. And then tell them what your service will give them with absolute truth, authenticity, and knowingness that you are delivering what your zone of genius is. That way, boom, they're going to get the best value. Learn the art of letting go, guys, just like I said, with what you want. You're going to also be required to let go of being a people pleaser or feeling like you're going to be judged when you roll up, when you show up. You've got to let that go. And of course, it's okay to say that. I can say that till I'm blue in the face. But for a lot of you, that will not be affected. What we do is we help you affect that. That's where my 3 high concepts come into play. So we'll make sure that you do this. So letting go of, okay, you want the right people coming into your program. You want to be able to shut out the noise of what's going on in the online space develop boundaries, knowing that what you are working on in your container is of the highest importance. Next one, and just back on that, somebody said, oh, Terry, I actually exited from your group because I was in too many groups. Do you know what I said? Great. I think that's fantastic. But they're back in now, right? But they didn't realize who they were. They were just doing a clearance. I totally am a strong advocate for that. Do not be in this group if this group is not giving you really juicy, powerful value. That's what I say, because you need to focus your time very effectively. Treat yourself like you are royalty. Take yourself into locations, right, guys, where you come to life. If you love the beach, go to the beach. If you love nature, go into nature. This is where the business lifestyle comes into play. Allow the energy and your vibration and your, the magnetic attraction to come to absolute fruition. I was making multiple 5 figures after one specific launch. It was the 9-day strategy system that I teach, and I do them very seldomly because they take a lot of energy, because you're holding a lot of people. But in this specific one, I also make it a thing, and I say to all my coaches, you need to go away after you do the launch and make sure that you take a vacation. You do something great for yourself. What I actually did is, in the strategy system that I set up, we have a certain amount of time where we teach, train, give. Then we have the next amount of time where we open up an offer and an invitation for people. And then we go to, obviously, closing. Now, upon closing, I went to Broome. That's a sunny place with beautiful blue beaches and white crystal sands and camels and beautiful, luxurious lifestyles. It's like the Bali that we can no longer go to, but it's in our part of Australia. So I went there and closed down multiple 5 figures on that launch while I was on the beach, while I was in my hotel. So you want to go to locations and you want to be in that spirit. Now, we have a workbook for you. Now, guys, I would usually drop the workbook in a 9-day masterclass and take you through it day by day and actually, create a lot of the powerful strategies, modalities, and things that I do. But I know a lot of you are very intelligent. I know a lot of you are very, very clued up about, a lot of the processes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the workbook, and I'm going to ask you to actually look through it and even answer it and do it before tomorrow, right? Now, it may seem like a lot of homework to do, but if you do it, there is a prize. I will be drawing a free prize tomorrow because we are going to be offering the Radiant Woman. Now, what we're doing is we're offering, like, guys, this is stupid. By the way, if you are already in my masterclass, or if you've just signed up recently with me on one of my, because I like to create the exact what the person requires as a service rather than just hooking them into a program and then getting them to continue on. If you have done that if you're in one of my programs, don't sign up for the Radiant Woman, because that will form part of what you receive. There is going to be a free giveaway to the person that does the workbook, that also does a couple of other things. So let me show you on the screen what they are. Number 1, you comment on all 3 classes. Now, I'd love to think you watch all 3, but in this case, there'll only be 2. And then tomorrow, same time, Radiant Woman will make it 3. Comment on each class. Maybe it should just be the 2 classes, because how can you comment on something that hasn't happened yet? Crazy. Anyway, there you go. I'm not perfect. All right. List 3 strengths and 3 weaknesses that you have, which was yesterday's homework, because that is where we're going to turn your your story into your glory. And tomorrow during the Radiant Woman, you'll be able to harness the things that you're suffering, and also book a call with me before Sunday 11 a.m. So if you book a call before the Radiant Woman starts, you get the opportunity to win the free entry into the portal of the intensive training that we have. So number 3, you complete your workbook, right? So go through it, and I know you're intelligent enough to do that. We're going to drop that in, and that in itself is powerful, man. I mean, it's going to take you through questions that are life-changing. I had people that told me that their life changed from this workbook. Even if it's not done perfectly, I don't care. I'm not about perfection. If this was about perfection, you guys would never show up. You would never blow up, right? I've seen what perfectionists do, and it's very sabotaging. So we are calling you to take imperfect action. We will see you for our Radiant Woman presentation tomorrow to showcase your power and harness your energy. So what you can expect, and I'm going to just give you a little bit of a heads up. So we're going to showcase the system you might hate or you might love. You'll love the actual material, because when we take you through it, what you're going to do is I want you to think about harnessing an anchor. Now, the anchor that I'm using is this, right? And if you start thinking, I am world class at what I do, yes, okay, make the statement, yes, start the harnessing process tomorrow. We are, and I see people are opting in for the workbook. Good on you, fantastic. People are taking action. That's what I love about receiving the emails. They're coming through. I'm getting notifications right now that people are accessing the workbook. So well done, you guys. And remember, just think about the energy you're going to harness. Remember, we're going to be addressing in the Radiant Woman some of the things that you face, and it's going to be more about mindset, vibrational energy, prosperity codes, beauty. We do say to the men, you can come in anyway, because you may like to look at the way we actually run that system, because that's done on the heels of an imperfect problem we had with technology. So if you are ready to embrace your power, your prowess, and if you are ready to also win a free entry into the Radiant Woman, and remember, if you're in my program whatsoever, you are entitled. Come and join us. See you at 11 a.m. tomorrow. That is the same time. If it is bedtime for you, watch the replays, make sure, because if you've watched this as a replay, you have the opportunity to win that free. There'll only be one person that wins it, but you've got to be in it to win it, and not everyone's going to do all those 3 things I just asked. So let that be you, and I will see you tomorrow, same time. Bye for now.